channel. I'll be with you in just a minute. The song that came out is playing right now, so you can listen to that. We'll probably get dinged by YouTube for copyright. I don't own the rights to this music, and I'm not claiming them, but this is the song Spirit chose to shape this reading. So listen to that for a moment while I get things ready. Okay, I'll be right back.
Smile when the pain comes. The pain gonna make everything alright. A lock of hair in a pocket. She wears a cross around her neck. Yes, the hair is from a little boy. And the cross is someone she has not met, but not yet.
Alright, so welcome back to the channel and thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Alright, I'm going to stop that. Angels, talks to angels. She talks to angels, the Black Crow. Look, it has 777 likes. Somehow that number could be significant. See that? I do not own the rights to this song. Whoever this is that I'm reading for, I feel that you are someone. I feel that in specifics, you talk to angels in general, but I think that you specifically talk to Archangel Michael. That's what I'm getting so far. Okay. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start out by pulling angel cards. Before I get started, whoever you are, you're very into angels. We're calling on the angels, all the archangels that are available to help me with this reading, ancestors, spirit guides, the divine Holy Spirit. That's who I depend on. But whoever this is I'm reading for, I believe in angels, and I know they're real, or I believe they're real. I think that sometimes we entertain angels on earth. The Bible says we do. Whoever you are, I think you also believe in Jesus. I think you're maybe from a Catholic home, or you've been raised to know about Catholic beliefs. There is some negativity here I'm picking up. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Someone is, okay, it's the addiction piece. She talks about that in the song. She never mentions the word addiction in certain company. So there could be addiction involved here somehow. Help me, Holy Spirit. Help me, Holy Spirit, to get a reading for whoever this is. I feel like it might not be you who's struggling. I feel like you have a family member who might have a family member who's struggling. Like maybe it's not your family member, but it might be their child that has the addiction. And they could have recently come to you for guidance about this or something. Someone could be missing. I don't know where that's coming from. There's some negativity though. I'm going to start with the angel cards and see what comes out. When I'm going to use the old school angel cards. All right, Spirit, how do you want to get going here? What are we looking at? What is it that you want to say to this person? Partnership keeps coming out. And unforgiveness. You could have had a partner and there was a falling out with this person. There's the forgiveness card. I'm going to put it back in and see if it comes back out. Yeah, I think there's a need for forgiveness. Gratitude and partnership. It's like you have gratitude but no partnership. And there was a need for forgiveness in your partnership. Something could have happened between you and someone you worked with. You have faith and no partnership. It's like you don't have a partnership, but you have faith. All right, talk to us, Spirit. What do you want to say to this person? What do you want to say? May I see, please? Hello, Stephen. You're calling me an old lady? Well, how cruel are you? Grace came out. Grace. Somehow grace is significant. Anything else, Spirit? Forgiveness. All of this speaks of, okay, you've learned of something. You've found something out. Somebody found something out. And now they have to show somebody grace and forgive them. Oh, that's a tough one. And this is going to take courage and for you to be extremely grounded. Somehow there's music involved. There could be something to do with art. It looks like someone has a gifted hand that they can feel. I get the sense that whoever this is can touch objects and pick up the energy from the objects, and they can tell you, like, if you hold someone's hairbrush, you'll pick up the energy from the hair and the brush, and you might even get, like, visions. But somehow you are going to have to show somebody grace, and it's hard for you to do that. But it's going to need to also be a sense of, I need to forgive someone because of what I've learned. I've learned something that I did not expect to find out. You may have read it. You may have actually gotten something in the mail. You may have actually found like some film that you had to watch that was extremely hard for you to watch. All right, Spirit, what do we want to do here? Let's pull some rocks. I'm waiting for Kailash to show up also. No, not yet. Not today, Kailash. Okay. Kailash, you're funny. Okay, rock, Spirit. Why is grace here? If you can show me with these rocks, why is grace here? Because of a dream and trust. So someone may have broken your trust. You may have even had a dream about this, and there's been a breach of trust. You don't have any trust. And you're going to have to show grace to somebody where they maybe broke your trust. Okay. What about forgiveness? Why is forgiveness here? Who are you forgiving, or what are you having to forgive? A commitment with hope. So you were hopeful about a commitment, and I guess maybe you didn't get that. And because you didn't get that, you're having to forgive and show grace because of somebody breaking your trust. All right, what's going on with knowledge? Show me what we need to know about knowledge. Oh, we got a lot of rocks for that. This is about your faith, your honor. That makes sense. Somebody's freedom and their focus. Somebody could have gotten in trouble here. Somebody could have actually gotten in some kind of legal trouble. You're gonna, oh, we forgot to pull a rock on courage. Why is courage here, Spirit? Hey, Zella, hello, Cal. Or Call. Hammy, Rachel. Hello, you guys. Taylor should be here any minute. He'll put you on the list if you're interested in me answering the question. Why is courage here? Because this is your friend and they're inspiring. So you have a friend who inspires you, and that's where you're getting this courage from. That's good. That's great. All right, Spirit, what do we want to do next? What do we want to do or say next? Because I'm going to just wait for you to give me instruction. Let me just reiterate. She Talks to Angels is the song that came out. It's in the description box if you want to listen to the words. Someone is having to forgive and be showing grace to someone because they had hoped for a commitment. And that's why they're forgiving you. They're showing you grace because you broke their trust, and their dream is somehow showing up in showing grace. You have knowledge of something, and it has to do with faith, honor, freedom, and focus. And then you're gonna have courage, which you're gonna have a friend who's gonna inspire you. Bless your heart. It looks like someone has hurt you, just to be honest with you. Let's see if we can pull out some details about what may have happened here. Why is there a need for forgiveness? What did you learn? What was your knowledge? Somebody was always partying, and they're not crying over you. Someone was always partying. That was the addiction part. Okay. Why is knowledge here? Somebody has a screenshot of you always partying. Okay. Remember I said I felt that someone had maybe visited a relative to get a reading or to get some advice. It could have been a friend. Maybe they just felt like family. And you found out about you may have found out that someone got out of prison. There was a fight because you were always partying. It could have been between two women, or it could have been between two people. There was a fight because you were partying. Someone could have got locked up because they were fighting. They may have been defending their honor in some way. Like someone may have said something that was untrue. All right. What happened here, Spirit, that you found out? What was your knowledge about? Fishing for comments came out. So you found out that someone was fishing for comments. Someone was going around asking questions and trying to find out information. This person was being nosy. They were only telling their side of the story. One perspective. Okay. No love triangle on the bottom of the deck. They were saying, no, there's no love triangle. All right, what else did you find out? That someone did not hit the jackpot. That maybe this person thought they were going to hit the jackpot and they didn't. What happened instead? Somebody got a screenshot of where somebody caught a case. Now, use your intuition about catching a case. This is saying that the screenshot was saying either they caught a case in the past or they didn't catch a case. Maybe they didn't get a legal case. Use your intuition about caught a case. It says sexual infection, but I'm not really feeling sex here. I'm feeling that someone was trying to find out if somebody hit the jackpot. Maybe they were trying to find out if you got in legal trouble because we have freedom here. Maybe they were trying to find out if you got out of legal trouble because it's in reverse. What's the truth about caught a case? Somebody has a screenshot. Somebody has proof of this. The truth is you're wasting your time and this person wants to be like you. They'll never be like you. Whoever this is that was fishing for comments, this person was asking around about you and saying they had a screenshot of you catching a case, but they were lying. Why are they doing that? Because they are just not a queen rising. If they were a queen rising, they wouldn't be acting this way. Look, bad karma came out. Whoever this is causing you trouble. They drink a lot. A lot. They smoke. They might have red hair, but it's not true red. It's like a strawberry blonde. And it looks like they might put red highlights on the edges of it for somebody. Not everybody. But yeah, I see brown hair here, blonde hair here, and red hair here. For sure. And for somebody, they put like color on the ends of their hair and it's red. Okay. So you found out that somebody was asking people or fishing people for information. They wanted to know if you hit the jackpot or not, if you caught a case, and if there was a screenshot of you pretending to be someone you're not. And they said you're wasting time. You're just not a queen rising. Like, you're just not a very good person. And you caused bad karma. This played out. And you were a happiness hater and a stalker. And had bad habits. There's the addiction. And your shine irritated this person's demons. So they were threatening you. And child services could have been involved. And you didn't even care because you know this person ain't shit. Okay, somebody understands everything I'm saying. If you don't, this might not be your reading, or that's just that part of it may not be your reading. But someone has done something to you and you found out they did it, and it's affecting you having to forgive and show grace to someone. And there's a friend that inspires you that's going to give you the courage to show this person grace and forgiveness. Because I truly don't think you want to give this person any grace or forgiveness. Spirit, so what we need to do is find out why they deserve that. We all deserve that. In fact, we none deserve that, but God gives us grace and mercy. And we don't earn those. That's not something we earn. It's freely given to us. And so we have to give it to others because it's given to us. We've all done things we're not proud of. But now, the fact that this person may not be... I want to know how they feel about what they've done. That's what I'd like to know. How can I find that out, Spirit? Let's find out what's in their heart. We're going to look at it a couple of different ways. How does this person feel about what they've done, what you found out about them fishing for comments and say, okay, they feel conflicted. They feel like somebody here is nourishing and this is causing them to feel conflicted. So maybe this person is normally very nourishing, very kind, very loving. And this is causing you to feel like you don't know how to feel. That's how they feel. They're conflicted. Maybe this is saying that they can be very nourishing, but sometimes they're just not. Clarify conflicted. Why is conflicted here? Because of clarity. They're lying. This person's not telling the truth. And you thought they loved you, but they're not being honest. So sometimes they can be very nourishing, but then other times they can be very, like you can't trust them. Your trust has been broken. Like now you don't trust them because they can be very nourishing, but they did something, asking around about you, trying to find out if you had caught a case, asking all kinds of questions about you. And this person was being dishonest, even though you had an open heart. And now they want to come back, and you're like, should I let them come back? How do you feel about letting them return? Confused? You don't know what to do. Why do you feel confused? Because of missing you. Maybe they're saying, I miss you and I want to come back. Okay. And they might even be someone who has a tendency to get obsessed easily. You don't know what to do because maybe you miss them. All right, let's see. This person's got something going on with them. All right. If you are in this situation where you want, or let's say someone wants you to forgive them and show them grace because they broke your trust by asking people about you and saying, did they catch a case, whether that means legal or they thought, they were like, did they really hit the jackpot? And they were pretending to be someone they weren't to just get information out of this person. Maybe they did that to you or did that to someone else when it pertained to you. All right, Spirit, how do we not F ourselves if this is us? Somebody found out some information about you, asking around about them, and or maybe even just telling other people this person is a loser. I mean, essentially that's what they were saying. Just be and see the beauty. All right, Spirit, how do we not F ourselves if we find ourselves in this situation? Okay. Spirit says you just need to give less fucks. The less you give a fuck, the happier you'll be. You need to have doubts here, and this is not going to lead you to living your dream. So when it comes to being in doubt and living your dream, if you doubt that this will lead you to your dream, see, you trusted this person with your dream. And now you have doubts about this. The Spirit says you need to give less fucks. Like, don't even worry about this. Don't take any gifts from this person either. Don't let this person give you any gifts trying to make this right. Don't let them come back and give you some kind of gift. Anything else, Spirit? Love your journey and feel what you feel. So you feel some kind of way about this, and that's okay. This person is not special. They're normal. That's what Spirit's saying. They're not a queen rising. Give less fucks. Like, yes, forgive them and maybe show them some grace, but I don't think this person's learning their lesson, and I think getting involved with them is going to get you burned. I think this person is just trying to get back in so they can maybe fish you for comments. They might be just trying to weasel their way into your life because they think you hit the jackpot. They think you have money. And they're trying to find out if you caught a case of something They're trying to find out maybe about your health. Be careful with this person, is what I'm feeling. You've learned knowledge about somebody and you're considering forgiving them and letting them in your life again. And Spirit is indicating to give less fucks about this person. Show me what may have happened here. Do you really love them? You're asking yourself, do I even give a shit about this person? What is going on in secret? You're giving too many fucks and you're irritated. But it's in reverse, so it's like you don't give a fuck. You're not mad. So what is being shown? They don't care. They're not mad. You can't say thank you enough. It's coming out in reverse. Family shit. This is somebody in your family, and check yourself. So maybe they did catch a case. Whatever they're doing, they need to check themselves. They're playing with fire. Your family's getting on your nerves. It's like they're never grateful for anything you do. You're pissed off, but you're not pissed off. It's like you don't give a fuck. All right, so what's going to happen next? Something happened between you and a family member. You don't have this all figured out. Spirit says you don't have it all figured out. Somebody you're not having sex and get hot and sweaty, work out. So you thought somebody had sex and caught a case and you were fishing people for comments. All right, well, let's ask your angels, because this is someone who likes to talk to angels. Angels, did this person catch a case? May we see, please? Did they, in fact, catch a case? There was no romance. It was not the right time. I mean, and look, their health is not improving. So somebody decided not to have sex with them because of it being the wrong time, and now their health is not improving. Did the person they were considering sex with have something to catch? No. Spirit said communicate clearly. Okay, so they're not recovering. They were not in love. It was not the right time. Maybe it was just the wrong time for romance. And Spirit says communicate clearly. No. Clarify, communicate clearly. Something will happen within the next few weeks. And the situation will improve. So it wasn't the right time to have sex. But within the next few weeks, the situation, it will improve. You need to say no, because no, it said they didn't have anything, right? I'm going to put that back and ask again. Does anybody here have an STD? Reconsider. No need to worry. Listen to your intuition. So they were just telling people that. Okay. This person was asking people if you have an STD. Don't have sex because you don't have them all figured out. Okay, why do they not need to have sex? The situation will improve when you're ready. So maybe you're just not ready for that. But when you are, the situation will improve. Ask your angels. No improving health, but big happy changes. All right. What do you mean the situation will improve when we're ready? Big happy changes. No, get more information. We need to get more information and listen to our intuition. All right. Somebody understands what I'm talking about, so I'm going to leave that alone. I feel like I'm going in circles. Let me see if this is Kailash. So something, okay. Okay, something's happened here. Okay. And now I got, okay. I just got a text message from somebody asking me if somebody else was okay. Did their boyfriend break up with them? So there could have been a breakup here. There, indeed, you're going to get communication, I think, about somebody that's upset about something. What's going on, Spirit? What's going on? What happened here? Somebody's saying, do you really love him? I'm not mad. I don't give a fuck. That's what's being said in secret. Somebody's saying, well, you need to check yourself. My family's not getting on my nerves. You're just ungrateful. Okay. Why are you asking yourself if you really love them? Because this is not your family. Okay. So they're not part of your family. All right. Secretly, why are you not irritated and you don't give a fuck? Because this person is saying, I feel helpless. Whatever somebody was trying to find out about you or accuse you of, you feel like they were trying to make you secretly prove something and you felt like you couldn't prove it. You felt trapped. Somebody feels helpless and trapped and they're saying, make them prove it. Make them prove that they're trapped and helpless. What is the truth? They have regret. What do they regret? Late nights and not being able to forgive. So there was something that had made you regret something and now you can't forgive. All right, what's being shown? That somebody's partying and that they have erased something or someone. I've deleted everything that reminded me of you because of the partying. So somebody here is talking to angels, but they don't want you to know they have an addiction. What's going to happen next? Oh my God, Spirit, please help me. This person you're going to say is not for you, but you feel like you have no way out. Why can't you get out if they're not for you? Because don't force it. Somebody's fantasizing. What do you mean they're fantasizing? They were haunted because of somebody they met online and they were telepathic. So you're haunted by somebody you met online and y'all had telepathy. You could read each other's mind or something like that. And don't force it. You're fantasizing. This is a fantasy with someone you met online. They're not for you. You can't escape. This is weird. This is weird shit. What the hell are you into here? Trust your intuition, Spirit says. Y'all, I don't know what's going on here, but somebody understands this message. Because Spirit don't just have me pull cards for no reason. All right, let me see what's going on in your life right now. Show me how this universe is working. Spirit said use these. How is the universe working? Something is coming full circle. The world is here with the devil. I've been seeing this combination a lot lately. There is some devil energy that needs to be brought to an end. It's just out of control. And I think it's this partying we keep seeing. The universe is trying to close out a cycle of maybe overindulging a little too much, maybe a lot too much. You're in bondage to something, and the universe wants you to stop it. Give it up. All right? What's the energy to overcome? Death. You don't want to change. You're resistant to change. What's going to pull it together? Whew. There's a Fuicus. We have Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, and a Fuicus. Somebody is going to stop being unconditionally accepting, showing you charity. They're going to cut you off. And what that you're going to manifest. Okay, the Magician on the bottom. We have Gemini here also. All right, so now we're going to pull some tarot on this and see where we go with it. Why is the devil here for this person? You've heard all the specifics. I'm hearing candy corn for some reason. Somehow candy corn. The devil again and the fire. This has caused you basically to lose everything. Like, you probably don't even have anywhere to live. Why is the devil here? Because you have memories of a lot of toxic shit. Or maybe you have memories. Look, your death card, the energy to overcome, spun around upright. So where you're resistant to change, I think you're going to actually see some change. Why is the devil here? Because of somebody who will not heal and recognize an opportunity. So this is either a person who is unhealed and won't recognize opportunity, or it's just a very toxic feel. I mean, the devil can really, it can really bring you down. And there's a lack of healing. The Four of Swords in reverse with the Page of Coins. The Page of Coins is like you may be being in school. You might be tired of being in school for some of you, and you're just ready for school to be over. Why is the world here? Because of that. Ooh, somebody's apologizing to you for something they did that broke your trust. So they decided to do something to break your trust, and now they want you to accept their apology. The Lovers is here with the Seven of Swords. So we have a progression. We're missing the 5, but we have 4, 6, 7. So the part where you would have felt the consequences is missing. Like where you would have had that depressed feel, where you would have ended up, maybe somebody kept you out of jail. You could have gotten a ticket last night for drinking and driving, and somebody was trying to find out if you had gotten in legal trouble. You might have. You might have. Something's going on here. It has to do with sex, though, so I don't know about that. Why is the Lovers here? That's why you lost your courage. You had decided you were going. I think you were planning on starting a new job or moving into a new house, but you lost your nerve, and you're maybe backed out on somebody. You were supposed to start something new and you backed out on them, and now they feel like they owe you an apology, or like you owe them an apology. Why is Death here? Because of a Two of Cups. There's a relationship here that won't change. Why is the Two of Cups here for what won't change? Because of stability, holding on. The Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Somebody is real excited about being with somebody for money. It's like all they want you for is your money. They found out you got money, and that's all they care about. And you need to get out of that relationship. All right, why is Charity here? There's going to be a Tower. Justice. So this could be something legal. Yep. You might have to have somebody get you out of jail. There's going to be a Tower about something legal. You haven't found out yet that something happened that was legal. Or it looks like something's going to be made right. And you need this to be made right in order for you to grow. Like whatever's happening here is going to teach you a lesson. And it had to do with someone deceiving you, or you deceiving someone. You chose to deceive them. And you may have had them thinking that you were going to move in with them or start working for them or working with them. You lost your courage. And the energy to overcome is being in a relationship or a pairing or a grouping. You are with somebody. You're in a partnership. Remember, I kept saying there was no partnership. You're partnered up with somebody to make money so you can have stability. But you're having something exciting happen. What's the plan? There's like a rapid. You're coming out of a place where you were very anxious. So it's like you're real quick coming up with a plan to correct this. Whatever was resistant to change, you learned your lesson somehow. And it has something to do with justice. You could have ended up in jail because you caught a case, because you were doing something you shouldn't have. Why is the Hierophant in reverse? I think you got out of whatever you were in. Because you can't get out of whatever you're in. What are you in? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Somebody that you thought you could trust and that was a friend has caused you to be in moon energy and to be very unstable. You had really put a lot of trust in this person that they were going to be able to bring stability to your life, and it didn't happen. Why is the Magician on the bottom of the deck? Holy shit. Okay, listen to this, y'all. There is someone here. What you're manifesting is a Queen of Wands. Use your intuition. The Sun, the happiest card in the deck. So there's a Leo to this. Use your intuition. You're going to have so much happiness. Why are you having happiness? Because you're going to finally get the right mindset. You're going to see the truth. Judgment is here with the Nine of Wands. You're going to realize, I have to stop living this way. I have to stop putting myself through all of this drama. Constantly causing drama. And that's going to bring you a lot of happiness. But you have to figure out, look, you're going to recover from your instability. You're holding on tight. Down here, the energy to overcome is thinking that you can make plans with somebody to get your stability. They're not going to bring you stability. Something's about to happen, and I don't even know if you see it coming. Somebody's about to really surprise you with the way they treat you, and you're going to find out something about this person and how they've been acting maybe behind your back, and you're going to be like, you need to check yourself. My family's not the problem here. You're ungrateful. You're thinking that my family is the problem? No, you are just ungrateful. I think it's a friend or maybe something like that, or it might be a friend that's like family, and they have a problem with your family, and now you're saying, look, it ain't my family, it's you. And whatever it is, it's been causing you to feel drained and constantly like you're, bleeding money because this person's been using you for money. And you're going to stop letting them do that. You're a Queen of Wands. It looks like you're a Leo. And by doing that, you're going to really be free from this. You're fixing to end it with somebody, it looks like. And you can't figure out why they won't have sex with you. Well, let's ask Spirit. They're asking around if you've caught a case. They don't know the truth about the King of Wands. That's your identical match. Alright. Why won't they have sex with you? Because they've outgrown you. They've outgrown you and they don't feel like you're what it, it's like they don't want to be with you anymore. Why won't they have sex? You don't know why they won't have sex. Because of some kind of weakness. They're exhausted. They're sick of it. Look, this is what's transforming. The fact that you don't know why this person won't have sex with you is what's transforming this. And this person is like, I'm tired of that. I don't want any more of that. Why are they tired of that? I think they're tired of the other stuff going on in your relationship where you're using them for money. You're like holding on to them. Spirit said, use your intuition about the Page of Swords. So someone could be getting ideas from watching readings, or they may have gone to a family member who did a reading for them and they found out the truth that you were just using them for their money. Look, and now they're going to have a new opportunity instead. Damn. Did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Okay. So that's what I have. I'm going to pull guidance. Somebody got every word of this reading. Even my throat chakra is closed. Completely closed. Oh, yeah, you got this reading. Yeah, you got it real good too. Okay, let us see what is going on with money. What is going on with money here? Spirit says you're going to have angelic help when it comes to being a student. It looks like you're struggling in school. Outcome of your angelic help. Spirit said, I'm taking you to the next level. If you're a student or if you're learning something new, it doesn't have to be formal education, but it could be you're going to go to the next level. So maybe you're wondering if you're going to pass an exam. You've been manifesting, but you're not writing. If you're not writing and you need to write, stop whatever you're doing, get your laptop out, and do your writing. You're going to go to the next level. Okay? Anything else you want to say here? Somebody is into beauty, might be going to school for beauty, or you are beautiful. Okay? Hello, 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 hello. You can get a reading with me, and Kailash is supposed to be here. Let me find out why he's not here. I wonder if y'all can even see me. I think he missed the whole reading. Bless his heart. Somebody might need a promoter or might be a promoter. You might need your beauty to be promoted. There's a beauty card here for somebody. You're going to have angelic help with whatever you've been learning. You're going to go to the next level. You might be in beauty. Anything else? I'm hearing go one more time. The office is going to call and they're going to say, you did not make a mistake. It was not a mistake. The office will call. No mistake. The office will call. Outcome of the office. You're going to have your solitude and something will not change. What do you mean it won't change? When it comes to taking off and having a windfall? It's like you can't, you want to take off and have a windfall, but you can't. Science is in reverse. What's keeping you from having a windfall? Oh, wow. You need to be inspired. Maybe this friend is going to inspire you. Your home is here. The surprise is in reverse. You're going to have activation of new gifts, and you have animals, and something is unreliable when it comes to your stability, but you're going to have luck when it comes to being a designer, and no gossip when it comes to your legacy and a teacher. Somebody understands it, okay? Why did I say gossip? I meant to say guidance. Jesus, have mercy. More gossip, Spirit? What's the gossip? That you need to stop being around toxic people. That you know that someone knows they fucked up because of being around toxic people. What happened? Somebody had a date. Maybe they watched a movie. What about it? You're having to protect yourself and burn evidence. Why are you going through all this? because somebody caught you cheating and they're recording, announcing, and revealing it, and you're having to defend yourself. You're under spiritual attack, and you were expecting a new beginning. So what's going to be your outcome? You're going to know you fucked up. Look, but you're not trash. Okay. Or maybe that's what they're doing, is burning evidence in the trash. Somebody knows they fucked up here. What happened? How did they mess up? It had to do with obstacles and children. Maybe somebody couldn't have children. How is that a fuck up? Spirit said, don't worry, you're protected. Anything else they need to know? Your finances are a factor because of somebody playing hard. Put away the computer and stop waiting. Stop waiting for what? Mastering a spiritual lesson when it comes to an addiction. Release this. Let this go, or let them go. Outcome of letting them go. This is not true love, and it's not friendship. And there's no passion. That's why they won't have sex with you. So somebody's children may have gotten in the way, but you were protected. Maybe you were protected from having children with this person because they have an addiction. You need to release them. They need to put away the computer. They're playing games with your money. It's not true love, and it's not even friendship. This person don't give a shit about you. How do they feel about you? Like you just provide them with stability. All they care about is your money. It could also be a twin flame, or there's a twin flame involved. This person don't care about nothing but your money. The best thing you can do with this person, I suggest, is let them go. But only you can make that decision. I can't make it for you. And even suggesting it, I shouldn't even be suggesting it. What is this person's blocks to having a true, healthy relationship besides that addiction? You feel incomplete. You want someone who completes you, but you need to be whole on your own. And you think you can fix them. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change and accept who they are just the way they are. Anything else? Somebody was insecure, but they got over it. They don't know what to do, but they're not going to get breadcrumbed anymore. What are you undecided about? Criticizing. Somebody criticizes. Outcome of this relationship. There it is. I can't make this shit up. It keeps coming out, collective. And let me tell you something. You can't, you have to reject this person. You have to get away from this person. You can't fix them. They're not going to complete you. They have some kind of addiction. Whether it be gambling, whether it be sex, whether it be food, whether it's saying it's drugs. And I'm fearful that whoever this is going to die. I'm afraid for you. There are places that will help you with addiction. You need to let somebody know you're struggling, because I think you're hiding it. You think you're hiding it. But this person knows. And they are tired of it. It's like you're just using them for money. Maybe the office is going to call and you don't need to make any mistakes. It was saying the office is going to call. No mistakes. All right, so if there's a counselor and they're not unreliable, you might need to see your counselor. All right, if you missed the beginning of the reading, someone found out knowledge that they needed to forgive and show grace, and they have a friend who inspires them that's giving them the courage to do this. So you'll have to go back and watch the reading, but I guess we'll do Q&A now. I think I have a friend coming over to visit me. She should be here in just a minute. So I'll do Q&A until she gets here, or maybe a few minutes after. She knows I do reading. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, Kailash. Somebody at the very beginning of the reading told me to go back to bed, old lady. That was the rudest thing ever. I mean, how rude to come on somebody's channel just to say something real nasty like that. It's a special kind of karma, isn't it? All right, guidance for whoever this is. That came out with force. Daughter of the Sacred Heart and Spirit Warrior, brave and true. Okay, this is your guidance, whoever you are. You are going to free yourself from a painful criticism or judgment held against you, perhaps by yourself, perhaps by another person or group of people. Human beings do not have the spiritual right to condemn each other or ourselves. Every human being is here to learn how to grow, and every human being will make mistakes along the way. You are realizing that you can claim responsibility for your actions and make amends where needed without ever deserving to be attacked or put down. You are realizing that you don't have to be perfect to be pure of heart and deserving of respect and kindness. Remember, you got knowledge that somebody needed to be shown grace and be forgiven. Within you is a goodness and innocence that can never be tainted, no matter what experiences you've had or what mistakes you think you have made. It can be hard to understand and accept just how much the Divine Mother loves you, just how much the Divine Mother respects you, forgives you, doesn't judge you. No matter what human errors you may make, we are all going to make plenty of those throughout our course of our lives. You will always remain a daughter of the Sacred Heart, encouraged, healed, and comforted by the unconditional love of the Divine Mother. She has the power to bring redemption and forgiveness and reassurance after a period of suffering and struggle. Can you hear her beautiful voice within your soul? I love you now and always, she says. She wants you to know that a difficult time is coming to an end. Remember, the devil energy is coming to an end, the devil in the world. Everything is going to work out according to her grace. There's her grace. Trust in her. There's the trust. Her grace is showing trust in your dream, in case you missed it. Trust in her and allow relief to enter your heart now. Sacred ritual. I want you to do this. Write a list of all the things that you find hard to forgive yourself or someone else for, including anything that you think is wrong with you or another. Be brave. Remember, courage. You got to have courage now. I'm asking you to do this. You're being inspired by a friend. Be brave, bold, and honest. Now, go through the list and cross out each item one at a time. After you cross each item off your list, write, I am loved, I am forgiven, I forgive myself. Even if it takes a while to write that list, do it. Even if it is for someone else and you aren't sure that it even makes sense, do it anyway. Healing will happen for you and others. You are programming a higher truth into your heart, and you are worth the effort. And then 19, Spirit Warrior, be brave and true. You are earning the right to make significant progress in your life. You remember you're going to the next level? The universe has been allowing you to learn lessons. I think showing you what humility feels like and what empathy feels like, okay? The universe will make certain you're ready for this breakthrough by testing your spiritual maturity. The universe wants to make sure that you're wise enough to use your increased power and any other blessings wisely and not hurt ourselves or others, even if no one else knows about it. Will you behave with integrity and be true to yourself? Will you be kind even when you could be in a position to judge another? Be the best human you can be and know that any tests you are going through are actually predictions of positive changes and divine gifts headed your way. Integrity means being true to yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone else says about it or if their values are different to yours. When you are becoming a spirit warrior, you are learning to stand up and fight with love for what matters to you. Sometimes it can seem like spirit warriors need to live to a higher standard than others. When you need to be the better person in a situation, it's set up that way by the universe because you actually can be that person. Not everyone is capable of that. The heavier load falls upon the strongest shoulders. But the more spiritual responsibility we have, the more helped we are to succeed. The path of the spirit warrior may not seem like the easiest path sometimes, but actually it is easier in the long term because not liking or respecting yourself eventually leads to a tragic loss of soul. Our soul brings us creative fire, passionate purpose, and love so strong we want to heal the world, as well as spiritual connection and so much more. It is worth the effort to safeguard it by living in a way that is honorable and respectful. If that means living to a standard that is spiritual rather than ordinary, then that's okay. It's a more beautiful and special way. So fight the good fight, spirit warrior. Great things are headed your way, and you are showing yourself worthy and ready for greater success. You could have found out someone was cheating on you, and now you're having to decide whether you're going to show them grace and forgive them. Does that mean you're going to go back to them? Not necessarily. That's between you and them. Gaze at yourself in the mirror. Say aloud, I see you. You are brave. You have gone through a lot. And now you've grown wiser and stronger. I respect you. I love who you choose to be. Put your hands in prayer and bow your head for a moment with respect in your heart. Someone here has an addiction that needs to be dealt with. And I'm very concerned for your safety because the drugs these days have so many things in them that are deadly. And you don't get a second chance. One time can kill you. So please, if you're struggling with that, get help. Okay? Yes, free readings are available. Kailash is going to pull together a list. My throat chakra is closing. Someone is strongly identifying. Many of you, I think, are strongly identifying. You may have found out someone was cheating on you because the person they did it with was fishing you for comments, trying to find out if you had caught the same thing they had. Oh my God, there's so many ways that this could be spun. I don't know what happened here, and I'm sorry that it did. But that addiction needs to be dealt with. They could have cheated because they have a sex addiction. I'll be right back, Kailash. Let me know if you're having trouble commenting, and we can do it through WhatsApp. I'll be right back. And yes, I'll answer, as many 5 or 6 questions, whatever you come up with. Damn it, boy. I'll be right there, Kayla. Oh, God. Yeah. There's definitely something going on here. And it came out in the reading. I just wasn't connecting with it. But somebody was. I think everybody took off. Kailash, I don't know. I think people would prefer watching me when I just do the replays. I'll be honest with you. I think people are afraid of my answers. And sometimes they just don't want to hear the truth. Do you have any questions today, Kailash? You're going to wait till tomorrow? Okay. All righty. I guess I'll close there then. I don't know what else to say to this person. Okay, that sounds good. You know how to get up with me. I still have to figure out how to get on my old laptop and get your settings changed. I apologize, I haven't done that. I don't know. We have some people that like to have me answer questions, but then we have other times that no, they don't. I love you too. There's a breakup, I think, happening here, and I think it's because you were hoping that you would have a commitment with this person, and they did something that broke trust. And now you have freedom, and you have to focus on being honorable and you on your faith. And that came out in the guidance. So I'm just going to leave it alone. You have a friend that's inspiring. I'm going to let them inspire you. They're probably someone you can talk to in person. You don't have a question, Hammy? Or are you just saying hello? I guess they were just saying hello, Kailash. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and close and let my friend know that I'm home and I'm finished with my reading, and maybe she and I will go do something together today. Yeah, if you have a question, feel free to post it. I'm happy to answer for you as best I can. Yeah. We're closing now, baby. Have a wonderful night. Get some rest. Thank you. I'll do that. Thank you so much. If you should travel this year. Good night, Kailash. I'll see you tomorrow. Just let me know when you're ready to talk, okay, Kailash? Should Hammy travel this year? May I see spirit? Oh, we got them backwards somehow. Perfect timing. Don't get more information. I don't know if your name is Call or Hammy. Recovery. Get more information. Should Call or Hammy travel this year? Success. Get more information. Should Call Hammy travel this year? Reconsider. No forgiveness. And it's up to you. Maybe somebody's going to forgive you and reconsider, and it's up to you if you want to travel this year. But that's what came out for you. I'm going to assume that you understand what this means. You have to use your intuition. When I asked if you should travel, Spirit said reconsider forgiving, and it's up to you. Can you give me a yes or no about the travel? Trust, Spirit says. The situation will improve. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Carl. Okay. Did you understand your answer, Carl? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Alrighty. Well, if that's gonna be all the questions for today, we'll close, and tomorrow we'll have more participation. I do love you all. Thank you for everyone who watches on the replay. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Oh, thank you, Kailash. That's the string lights on the wall behind me. Okie dokie. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.